Hello and welcome to the video about the Sony XA777ES. When you see 777, you know that it's a serious machine, and I'll show you what's inside in a moment. The complaint is that it plays CDs fine but doesn't play SACDs. So, well, to me it doesn't play CDs fine either. This is track 7 and it now started, but it doesn't play track 8, and these are this sort of, the track 8 is the one that defines if the player meets Red Book standard or not. And I think it's a tracking issue, or maybe, oh, you see it started now, but not for long. Anyway, I won't bore you with this. To the player. What we have here, I think it also cannot get a proper speed setting. That is another issue, and of course it is overdue for service. As you will see, the drawer doesn't go in, needs to be helped. So typical 30-year service. What we have here, and luckily this is the owner is from Singapore. He came on business to Perth, where I am located, and lucky he just told me at the last moment it's a 100-volt unit, because otherwise there would have been a lot of magic smoke escaping from it. And sadly I cannot convert it to 240 because the, oh shit, it's sharp edge there. What happens is that, as you see, the primaries are single winding, so they cannot be split, and so it's just too bad. Kitamura Kiden, one is probably for digital, one for analog. They pretty much look the same thing, you know, the same part number, so they should be the same. A little supply board here, probably for logic on that main control board. And there's more supplies over there. Capacitors are the Nishikon Fine Gold or Silmic, unless Silmic. These three boards, each one of them is stereo board, and of course one of them does front, surrounds, center and sub, and what we have connected at the bottom is the stereo output, and has a Toslink and SPDIF. Well, if I show you the SPDIF, this is certainly not a one that I would use as a transport, because as much as I like Sony engineering, that is not very pretty. I mean, the vertical are vertical, so it will work, but it's just not pretty. You know, it, excuse me, I have a cold. You know, I've seen better from Sony. I've seen, you know, perfect squares. But I suppose it could be probably fixed up. You know, very often addition or removal of a capacitor can make all the difference. A couple of these capacitors sort of looked a bit bulged, but I measured them all. They're all fine. There's nothing wrong with them. In fact, all of these, which are 100 micro over 6 volts, they show 0.0 volt ESR, so they're as good as you could ever possibly get. I couldn't believe it, and that's why I put my normal multimeter. So they only, you know, they offer no resistance to the high frequency AC current, but of course to DC they don't. So that's about it. This is all I know about it at the moment. If there's anything interesting other than replacement of lasers and bells and service, I'll make another video. I in fact got a couple of lasers. I asked for them to be purchased because these are rare, and these are KHM, as you see, KHM 230 AAA. The gentleman is from Singapore. It's the second time that I got something from another continent. Previously it was from Hong Kong. This is a machine from Singapore. So that's it for now, and if there's anything interesting, I'll let you know. Thank you.